Hi everyone, and welcome to TWF Nxt 2.0. I am Gene Okerlund, here with the Green Lantern and with Wade Barrett, or Green Light, since lantern's a French borrowed word. And today on Nxt 2.0, we're going to see from Bailey's team, or whatever they're calling themselves these days. Gene Okerlund says, well, whatever we're going to call Bailey, Io Sarai, and Mattis and Angelina Love's team, Gene Okerlund said, well, I could tell you one thing. The Green Lantern said, they don't got a name for the team yet. A lot of folks are calling him the women's offshoot of the Shield, but there's not a true name for them yet. I like Bailey's club, or Bailey's team. That's what I like, Wade Barrett said. I think it's a great team, you know. But that's just me. That's my guess of what the name is. But whatever the name is, you cannot forget what they did, and small time they did it. All right, all you dummies and sheep and ditzes out there, we're gonna run everything one day. We're going to be running the TWF one way or the other. And I know it's a flow thing, but every team's got to start somewhere, right? I mean, everyone likes to talk about how the NWO and DX overtook WCW and WWF. Everybody likes to talk about how the Four Horsemen were running over MACW, WCW, and everyone likes to talk about what the Shield did, or what the Ace and Eights did in TNA and IW, or what the Nexus did in early WWE. Yeah, or what the Shield did on so and on so. Yeah, I know, we're offshooting from everything they did. But unlike what all those other teams did, we are going to truly take over. You see, I got two women with me who, like me, are gifted, they're skilled, but they don't get the on-look for their gifts or their skills. Yeah, you're right, Angelina Love says. I mean, I came to the TWF in 27 between YL from ringside gatherings, the last of the IW dolls to ever be made and sold before IW lost its deal with Jax. And for a while, I was the TWF Women's Heavyweight Fighter, at least 3 or 4 times. And on top of that, I am at least a 6-time IW Women's Heavyweight Fighter too. And we all know Io Sarai says about what I did. Former WWE NXT Women's Heavyweight Fighter, former WWE NXT Women's Team Fighter, former TWF Women's Team Fighter, need I say more. And I'm a former 2-time TWF Light Heavyweight Fighter, Bailey says. But at the end of the day, we got some work to do. And I'm not talking about Scooby-Doo and that bullshit song. I'm talking about we truly got work to do. And that would have to be with Ember Moon, Asuka, and Angelina, and Ember Moon, Asuka, and Alexa Bliss. So, let me see if I'm understanding this right. You're starting out NXT 2.0 the same way you started out last week, Ember Moon said. And I'm not done with you, Bailey, not at all. I'm not done with you either, Angelina Love, Asuka says. And I'm not done with you either, Alexa Bliss says. See, the two of us are now the TWF Women's Team Fighters. And if you, Io Sarai or Io Sky, what are they calling yourself these days? And whatever, Angelina Love, if you two think that you're a greater team than us, we have no hang up fighting you two. We can do that now, Asuka says. Think of it this way, Ember Moon says. You picked the wrong women's wrestler to start shit with. You see, I am a former WWE NXT Women's Heavyweight Fighter. A former WWE NXT Women's Team Fighter before I was fired from WWE. Alright? So you can't take that away from me, Bailey. That'd be like saying, oh, well, you're a former two-time WWE SmackDown Women's Heavyweight Fighter, one-time WWE Raw Women's Heavyweight Fighter, and two-time WWE Women's Team Fighter, but you think you're greater than me. You're not. We don't got no hang-up. What's doing now? Alexa Bliss just drop kick down Io Shirai, or Io Sky, or whatever you want to call her now, Chino Glenn said. And Asuka just took down Angelina Love. And Wakefulness couldn't handle that, and Bailey went down. And now Ember Moon just took down Bailey. And now the fight's underway. But Bailey, Io Shirai, and Angelina Love getting out of the ring now, Gene Okerlund says. But it's leaving the team of Alexa Bliss and Asuka and Ember Moon as the overtakers and the winners of this said fight. You know, Gene Okerlund said. You're right about that, Green Lantern says. And only time will tell if we see these two wrestle in the ring or not. Well, Wade Barrett said, I sure hope so. Alright. I just saw what happened, Astronema says. And the way I look at it is, these three women wrestlers, fighters, whatever you want to call them, they don't like each other. So the way I look at it is that we have to make a match. So the next TWF show, which will happen next month, in your bedroom, you will see the team of Ember Moon, Asuka, and Alexa Bliss take on Bailey, Io Shirai, and Angelina Love. As today, we will see a match. The TWF Women's Team winnings will be on the line when the team of Alexa Bliss and Asuka take on the team of Io Shirai and Angelina Love. Well, we just heard from Astronema. We just heard from Astronema, what match we're going to see here today. So, now we gotta get the fight keeper out. Fuck! When we do that, Wade Barrett said, and Ninjor chooses to fall. When we do that, Wade Barrett said, Ninjor chooses to fall, to be taken down with him. Alright. Alright. This is for the TWF Women's TWF Women's Team winnings. First, we have the team of Io Shirai and Angelina Love. And they are the TWF Women Team Fighters, Alexa Bliss and Asuka. Ding ding ding. Now keep in mind here, who's going to go first? Well, it's going to be Asuka, and it's going to be Io Shirai for the other side. Now, Io Shirai and Asuka come from the same kind of background. Asuka taking down Io Shirai, with those spinning strikes she does. Gene Okerlund said Asuka is from the same background Io Shirai came from. Gene Okerlund said both of them are former WWE NXT Women Heavyweight Fighters. Well, and another little thing one little thing we're leaving out here is that Asuka is a two-time WWE Raw Women's Heavyweight Fighter, a one-time WWE SmackDown Women's Heavyweight Fighter, and a two-time WWE Women's Team Fighter with Kairi Singh and Charlotte Flair. the Green Lantern said. Yeah, and Io Shirai is good too, you know. She's a former WWE NXT Women's Heavyweight Fighter and a former WWE NXT Women's Team Fighter with Zoe Stark. Wade Barrett says she might not done as much as Asuka has in her run in WWE on NXT and Raw and SmackDown over the years. And Asuka right now getting taken down by Io Shirai, who now is calling herself Io Sky now, Gene Okerlund said. Moonsaw. Well, Io Shirai beat Asuka here. 1, 2, and only a kick out. Asuka, when the Fight Lord goes down, Asuka gets up now and picks up Io Shirai and body slams her. Get up. Alright. And Io Shirai and a hang up right now. With Asuka coming in and oh. And now Io Shirai brings in Angelina Love. Gene Okerlund said, who is a former 5-time or 6-time IW Women's Heavyweight Fighter. And she's a former TNAW Women's Team Fighter too. Angelina Love comes and Asuka just brings in Alexa Bliss, Alexa Bliss, and takes down Angelina Love. Alexa Bliss is going to beat Angelina Love. Twisted Bliss. It's over here. Alexa Bliss will beat Angelina Love, Gene Okerlund says. If Bayley doesn't do anything in this match or this fight, the Green Lantern says. Well, what do you mean Bayley hasn't done anything in this match or this fight yet? Wade Barrett says. 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. Here is your winner, and still the TWF Women's Team Fighters, Alexa Bliss and Asuka. Well, Asuka and Alexa Bliss, Alexa Bliss. I can't say her name right now. Well, Alexa Bliss and Asuka are still the TWF Women's Team Fighters by beating Angelina Love and Io Shirai. Gene Okerlund said, "What do you think about that match?" Well, what I think about it is, it's like this. Wade Barrett says, every team has their wins and losses. You know, you can't go to every fight hoping to win. You know, you can't go into every match hoping to win, but you can hope to win more matches than you lose. So at the end of the day, Wade Barrett said, even though Asuka and Alexa Bliss may have won their match, Io Shirai and Angelina Love and Bayley are still foes to Ember Moon, Asuka, and Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss, I guess. I can't say her name right now. You know? And we are going to talk with we're going to talk with the half of the TWF Women's Team Fighters now. Michael Cole's going to talk with Alexa Bliss. Alexa, like Alexis. Alexa Bliss and Asuka. Alright, Alexa Bliss, you and Asuka are now the TWF Women Team Fighters. You won the winnings Sunday. By Tuesday, you're fighting here on Nxt 2.O, and you just beat Angelina Love and Io Shirai. Yeah, Michael Cole, we are the new TWF Women Team Fighters. And now with Bayley and Angelina Love and Io Shirai, you know, are hating and lusting after us. And they want to take over and run and lead the TWF, or at least the TWF women's team. They got another guest coming. You see, I've seen it all before. You know, I seen it all happen before. It's not the first time it's happened. I mean, at one time we had we had Paige and Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose do it. We even had Ruby Riott and Liz Morgan and Sarah Logan do it at one time. Hell, we even got Mandy Rose and Janie Jane and Julie and G.D. Dolan and Janie Jane doing it, and NXT 2.0. So 2.0. So it's not a new thing. I've seen it happen before. So Bayley's just offshooting from what happened before that. How does she think she's any unlike from what happened before? I don't know. Oh yeah, and I've seen it too. I've seen it once. Don't forget the team of Naomi Uso and Tamina Snuka and Sasha Banks, or Nikki and Brie and Lisa Fox together, or how about Charlotte Flair, Paige and Becky Lynch? So I've seen it all before. You're nothing new, Bayley. You're not doing something that hasn't been done before, And Asuka? Well, once again, we beat Angelina Love. We beat Io Shirai. We're the TWF Women Team Fighters. And I just showed everyone that no one's ready for Alexa Bliss or Asuka. We have to go now. Well, that was my talk with Alexa Bliss and Asuka. Back to you, Gene Okerlund. Well, thank you, Michael Cole, for talking with Alexa Bliss and Asuka here today on NXT 2.0. And it's all the time we've got here for NXT 2.0. I am Gene Okerlund for the Green Lantern and Wade Barrett. We hope you like NXT 2.0, and we'll see you tomorrow for Dynamite or Mike.